Well, I'm babysitting my youngest daughter, Mia. So I'm going to turn on some Cocoa Melon for her, turn on some music for you, and let's get this going. Just to make this all a little distressed. Now you hear what Mia thinks. And then I'll come back in and I'll be doing more. You think so, baby? I agree. That's right. All right, so hello there. Welcome to the channel. I'm Jeremy. Baby Groot, it's cold outside today, so I'm bundled up. I just finished this guy. If you guys want to see how I made this from start to finish, stick around. That's what this video is about. And you'll see how I took a laurel branch tree and carved it into this fine walking stick. Don't forget to check out my Etsy store. It's called Stick to Walking, the number 2. I hope you enjoy it. I put a lot of work into this. So if you will, please at least hit like and subscribe for me. It helps the channel a whole lot, and it'll help others get to see this work as well. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Well, I selected a new walking stick, and the idea for this one is I'm going to turn it into Baby Groot on the top. So stick around and I'll show you a little bit of the process along the way. I'm starting to carve the handle here. Pretty much when you do your handle, you want your elbow to be about a 45. That's what I work on. Easiest way I found for what I'm doing here, because I want to get it down where it's a comfortable grip. So I just use a palm sander with 40 grit and sand around it. So you get the idea, and I'll do that until it's just a nice comfortable grip. I'm pretty much going to have it where it's, you know, meant to be held like this. This knot up here is going to be like Baby Groot's elbow, and then it'll be him coming up. So I'm just getting some of the other stuff shaped first, and then I'll go ahead and clean this up, draw him on there, and start carving. Right now I'm just cleaning this up, because this is going to be where Groot will be. So I'm just taking this down so that I can draw on it after that. This will be Baby Groot's head up here, and then it's going to come down, and this will be one of his elbows. So I'm wanting to leave this. It's pretty much time up top now to draw. I'll just kind of keep working on some of the bottom parts to get them, like I said, this is a big staff and it's pretty heavy. So I'm probably going to take most of this knot down. I'm not sure yet, but I don't know. It's every project I work on, I kind of wing it a little bit, and it just kind of comes together on its own. And normally what I try to do, I try to keep it balanced. So I like to keep the weight distributed pretty evenly when you hold it by the handle. That's part of my process. So, all about good balance, right? Got Baby Groot drawn on there. So now what I'll have to do is start the carving process. And, I'll be taking this down, and it'll be the actual shape of him. And it's going to be 3-dimensional. Let me show you kind of what I'm doing. I'm just using like a stylo Dremel, and I've got a burr bit on the end of it. And I'm going to turn some music on here so you don't have to listen to the whole time. Okay? So just watch and enjoy, guys. Yeah. Alright, so you get the general idea of what I'm doing. It's still got a lot of work to go. So what I'm going to do now is just a very light sand with 220. And that's just to get rid of the little burrs, so I can see better what I have. Let me get this touched up a little bit, and I'll show you kind of a little closer what it's doing. And like I said, I'll have to come in and sand and get all the shapes right, and then I have to texture his entire body still too. But you can see what that's doing. And I'm also working with I had a crack come in here, and there's one in the back as well, but I'm incorporating those into him so you won't really notice them when I'm done. And it's going to be wood burned and stained and all that too. So stay tuned. I will show you guys when this is finished. I've already shaped up his back some, reshaped the head. I actually shortened his head and recarved a bunch of stuff. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm adding shape into the face itself. And now what I've done is I'm drawing it on his arm, and because he's made of branches and twigs, so everything that you see green is going to get carved and be deeper, okay? now that I got the shapes in there, I'll continue this when I have better light, because it's getting dark out. Thanks for sticking around. Stay tuned. Alright, I got all this cleaned up good on the back and on this arm. And I went ahead and just drew some guidelines for the other arm and the chest piece. So let's get it going. I was able to salvage it for now and get it cleaned up. I still have some sanding and cleanup to do, but I have to get a new Dremel. The gearing went out on mine, so it's vibrating really badly, and that'll cause like chips in it where it's not supposed to. So still have some cleanup to go and shaping, but this guy's getting pretty dang close. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the videos so far, and stay tuned for more. I'm adding another element into the staff itself. I liked what I did with the snake staff and how it looked like the snake was coming out of the stick. So I went ahead and I created like almost like an eggshell. The texture will come from the shaft. And then I'm going to extend it down throughout the actual whole walking stick. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of how I'm doing it. Again, I'm just using a bigger burr on this one, and it's a time process. So I'll turn some music on and enjoy. Alright, so what y'all just watched was about 30 minutes of texturing. You can see I've taken down the texture part about a 1/16 of an inch or so. And that's enough on this part. I'm going to go ahead, I'll leave the handle smooth. I still have to carve this knob. I'm going to bring it back in where the texture picks back up here, and then it'll continue down through this one and then finish out, and the bottom will be smooth. It's coming along pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and stick around for what's next. Well, I'm pretty much done carving and shaping everything. Added a bunch more texture into Groot, into his neck and back and all that, so he's good. And I got the shaft completed. All of the texture's done. Some of it's textured, some of it's smooth. So it's like the texture comes from the actual shaft itself. The knobs are cut down, everything's ready to go. The next step is wood burning. So, alright, welcome back. We're gonna skip the wood burning for now because I tested it and it's not gonna be as productive as I had hoped. So instead we're gonna switch to staining. I've already done the bottom half of the stick. I'm babysitting my youngest daughter, Mia. So I'm gonna turn on some Cocoa Melon for her, turn on some music for you, and let's get this going.
I want your blood. I want your soul. I want them both right now. All systems are functional. All systems are functional.
Alright, so that's pretty much it for my first coat. I am going to attempt some stuff off camera with possibly a light sand, just to make this all a little distressed. Now you hear what Mia thinks. And then I'll come back in and I'll be doing more. But this was kind of a darker stain. I didn't want it to go too dark. That's why you saw me put it on pretty quickly and wipe it off. You think so, baby? I agree. That's right. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. Alright. Off camera, after what you just watched with the staining, I distressed all the stained parts, and then I just used a black Sharpie and a green Sharpie, and did a lot of the detail for Groot. Added a little more dimension to him. Got some of the vines done on him and so on. And again, similar on the back. So, and then this was the rest of the stick so far. And now whatever's left I have to just clean up, and I'm going to stain another color. I'm thinking about mahogany currently, but well, I guess you'll have to wait and see if I change my mind or not. I hope you enjoy it, guys. I put a lot of time into this one. I don't know It will be available, but I don't know cost yet. Well, it did not change my mind. I went ahead and did some accents in his eyes, a little more detail on his head and body, and I did decide to go with the mahogany. Thank you to everyone who commented on my YouTube short. I appreciate that. I'll try to include my audience the best I'm able to. So what I did so far is I did one coat of mahogany. I did a light sand with 220. And what I'm going to do now, and I'm going to set up the camera, I'm going to distress it. We'll clean it off, and then we're going to do a second coat of the mahogany. And it should look, hold on. Alright, so there, that other walking stick, I've done that before. So you see the distressing adds like highlights and darks into it. And then this other walking stick here is already clear coated. So there you get an idea of the true color that it'll be. So let's get this going. All right, and I'm in the shop today because it's cold and rainy outside. We're about 35 degrees outside. So all I've got is a 220 sanding disc. I just fold it in half. Like I said, I've already sanded this one time and wiped it off. And all I'm doing is I'm just trying to lighten the highs that are on the stick. I don't want to lighten everything completely because we're going to do another coat. But all this is just evening out the color. If I had any brush marks or anything like that, it's going to remove that. And then once I put that second coat of mahogany on there, it's going to look really nice. So you can kind of see what it's doing. Again, I'm not doing a strong sand. It's just a light, easy, you know, it starts getting blocked. So you got to switch to another spot. And it just kind of adds more graining into the project. All right, so that's enough of that. Now what I'm going to do is reassemble, just water and paper towel. I don't have to soak this down. I just want it damp. And all I'm going to do is wipe off the residue and dust from sanding. And it'll lighten the color back up. Then there you can see better what it does. You guys don't forget to check out my Etsy shop. It's called Stick to Walking, Stick to the number 2 Walking. Link is in the description, so don't forget to check it out. And if you're able to, you know, buy one of my walking sticks. I would greatly appreciate it. They range anywhere from $35, $40 up to $500 and $600. I have not fully decided on the price of this one yet, but if you visit the Etsy shop, each one will be photographed and listed for price. So we're ready for stain. As you see, that's what I mean when I talk about distressed. Okay, makes it look older, adds in another dimension into the actual stain of the simple parts. So now I'm going to switch over and do second coat of mahogany. All right, let's get staining. I've got a Minwax poly shades. It's stain plus poly, but after this I do at least a couple coats of clear coat on top of everything after. And I've just got 2 small artist brushes because I have to be careful in my staining process. So enjoy the music. Let's get this going. second coat of stain is completed and drying. So, and this was what I was using. It's a poly shades. It's a stain plus poly in one. I use Bombay Mahogany as the color that you see. But you see, I mean, it's just a beautiful red, and it's still drying. So what I'll do now, once it's dry, I'll do a very, very light, just scuff sand on the red, and that'll be to clean anything up. If anything was required to touch up, then I would, but I should be good with where it's at. And then after that, I'll be adding at least 2, possibly 3 coats of clear coat on top of the entire walking stick, so that it's a nice even shine. And for it, I'll be using this right here, old Cabot semi-transparent stain and sealer. However, there's not a stain in this, it's just a neutral base. So I'll be putting that on top, and it is an oil-based clear. So very durable, and this is oil as well. So, I mean, you don't want to use a water-based on top of the oil, because over time it would delaminate. So, I hope you enjoy everything so far. Baby Groot says thank you. Stick around. We're almost finished. Well, guys, it's done. I got 2 coats of clear on the entire stick. Groot came out awesome. It's still kind of drying, so it's slightly tacky, so I'm not going to touch it a whole bunch. But it came out awesome. Like, it really did. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed my work. This is available on Etsy as well as my other walking sticks. So if you're interested in one, go grab them. They're one of a kind. They're originals. There's no replicas. I will not be doing the same stick twice. So if you want this one, go get it, guys. That's all I can say. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you hit like and subscribe. I hope you stick around for what else we offer on the channel as far as dogs and artwork and so on. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.